"Sir, I found something." His voice shook through the receiver. "Come to my studio. Don't tell your wife yet. You need to see this yourself." The silence that followed was heavy. It wasn't fear, it was recognition. Deep down, I already knew something was off. I'd just been too stubborn to face it. When I arrived, he didn't speak a word. He opened his laptop, double-clicked a folder, and let the truth spill out, frame by frame. It was our wedding, the dance, the laughter, the champagne. But in one corner of the screen, under the soft twinkle of fairy lights, my wife's hand wasn't holding mine. It was resting on his shoulder. His hand was on her waist. My best friend. My best man. They weren't just smiling. They were looking at each other as if we were the ones intruding on their celebration. And just like that, every illusion I'd lived in shattered. We met 5 years ago. She was a graphic designer, charming, gentle, and unpredictable. The kind of woman who made you believe calm could have a heartbeat. I was building my firm, working late nights, chasing something solid. She brought stillness to my storm. Or so I thought. The betrayal didn't arrive suddenly, it crept in quietly, smiling as it approached. She stopped asking about my day. Started locking her phone. Laughed at messages she never explained. I told myself she was tired. That I was imagining things. That marriage was simply dust settling. Then came the late-night work calls, the new perfume, the faraway eyes at dinner. I saw everything but said nothing, because sometimes silence isn't surrender. It's a weapon still being sharpened. The photographer handed me a flash drive. "I wasn't sure if I should show you this," he said, "but you deserve the truth." Deserve. That word cut deeper than I expected. That night, I sat alone in my office, replaying the footage again and again until the lie became undeniable. I didn't break anything. Didn't scream. I just opened a notebook and began writing names, dates, patterns. Revenge isn't rage. It's calculation. I knew they'd keep seeing each other. They always do. Betrayers mistake secrecy for intelligence. So I gave them enough rope to hang themselves. I stopped questioning where she went. I stopped coming home early. I even smiled more. She thought guilt made her kinder, softer. She didn't realize I'd already started dismantling the ground beneath her feet. First came the finances. Every shared asset, the house, the accounts, the investments, slowly shifted back into my name. Legal loopholes reward those who prepare early. I told her our marriage agreement needed review for tax reasons. She signed it without reading. Trust, the most dangerous kind of blindness. Then came my best friend, the man who raised a glass to our love while his lips still tasted deceit. He worked for a client under my control. I didn't confront him. I simply rewrote his contracts, one clause at a time, until his firm began to bleed money. By the time he noticed, his name had been quietly blacklisted through corporate channels. He thought it was bad luck. I called it poetic balance. 3 months later, the thrill of their affair began to fade. She grew restless. He grew desperate. I watched them crumble from afar, 2 thieves turning on each other after a failed heist. Then one evening, I left an envelope on the dining table. No words. Just photographs, our wedding, a hotel lobby, her laughter frozen mid-lie. When she walked in, she saw it before she saw me. Her face drained of color. Where did you get these?" I didn't answer. I just poured 2 glasses of wine, set one in front of her, and said, "It's strange how pictures tell the truth when people refuse to." She began to cry, reaching for explanations, for mercy. But I'd already moved beyond emotion. "I filed the papers," I told her. "You'll get them tomorrow. Everything's arranged." Through her tears, she whispered, "You're destroying my life." "No," I said, standing. "I'm simply returning it to its rightful owner." The next morning, she was gone. Moved out quietly. I didn't follow. I didn't need to. A week later, whispers began about her sudden financial struggles, her lover's business collapse, her vanished job offers. I never confirmed or denied anything. Because revenge doesn't always draw blood. Sometimes it suffocates with silence. 6 months passed. The photographer called again. He told me he'd stopped shooting weddings. Said my story changed the way he looked at people. Are you okay now? He asked. I paused, watching the city that had seen me break and rebuild. I'm more than okay, I said. I'm clean. Because there's a strange kind of peace in closure, not the kind born of forgiveness, but the kind you build from ruins.